Всем доброго времени суток, любители хороших игр, у микрофона Хью, и сегодня мы пройдем первый эпизод первого сезона Game of Thrones, Игра Престолов от студии Telltale Games. Это студия, которая стала известна благодаря таким игровым сериям, как Ходячие мертвецы, Волк среди нас. И я думаю, что Telltale Games, не нуждается в представлении, вот. И, наконец-то, эти ребята добрались до Игры Престолов, до вселенной Песни Льда и Пламени. И я очень рад, я этому действительно очень рад, потому что я являюсь безумным фанатом этой серии. Я перечитал все книги, я посмотрел все сезоны на данный момент, которые были сняты, и вообще обожаю эту вселенную. Ну и, собственно говоря, что хочется сказать-то? Игра вышла 2 декабря, вышел первый эпизод, и вот как бы прошла неделька, но я не делал прохождение, я ждал перевод. Я ждал профессионального, хорошего перевода. Большое спасибо команде Толмач Team, которая занимается переводами игр серии от Telltale, и, в общем, большое спасибо этим ребятам. Ну что ж, вот и добрались Telltale до Игры Престолов. Пока заявлен всего лишь один сезон, но в нем будет 6 эпизодов. И я надеюсь, что будет и второй сезон, и третий сезон, и так далее, и так далее, и так далее. Ну что ж, игра была разработана в тесном сотрудничестве с главным помощником Джорджа Мартина, поэтому я думаю, что тут будет все по канонам. То есть это не выдуманная история какая-то от балды, написанная от себя, а вот действительно история, которую можно будет абсолютно точно вписать во вселенную. Вот. Игра будет рассказывать нам о Доме Форрестеров, о вассалах Старков. Это северный дом, который в книгах упоминается, наверное, всего лишь в одном месте, и в сериале вообще не было про этот дом ничего сказано. И это на самом деле очень круто. На самом деле очень круто, что Telltale не стали рассказывать уже рассказанную историю, а решили ее дополнить. И это очень здорово, на мой взгляд. И, собственно, сюжет будет, как бы так объяснить, располагаться между окончанием 3-го сезона сериала и заканчивается будет началом 5-го сезона, который сейчас еще только-только снимается. Ну что ж, ладно, давайте, в принципе, начинать. Хочу отметить о том, что игры от Telltale обладают, так скажем, своеобразностью, то есть геймплей строится на взаимодействии с окружающим миром, в первую очередь, и на диалогах. То есть, в основном, все будет зависеть от диалогов, от того, какие варианты ответов мы будем выбирать, и это будет напрямую влиять на сюжет. И это интересно, на мой взгляд, это очень интересно. Можно даже сказать, что это, так скажем, игровой сериал, да? То есть мы в прямом смысле будем влиять на сюжет. Ну и еще, что я хотел сказать перед тем, как мы начнем. Ребят, будет много спойлеров, будет реально много спойлеров. Я постараюсь опускать события книги и буду, как бы, держать себя в рамках сериала. Вот, но спойлеры будут, поэтому если вы не читали книги, а тем более не смотрели сериал, то рекомендую вам этим заняться, уже потом смотреть данное прохождение. Ну что ж, ладно, начинаем. На самом деле, в игры от Telltale я не играл, но, в принципе, собираюсь их в будущем пройти для канала. Допустим, меня Волк среди нас в первую очередь интересует. Вот, и у нас есть 6 эпизодов. Северяне никогда этого не забудут. Эпизод 2, я меч во тьме, я дозорный на стене. Ну, это просто цитаты. Персонажи. 3-й эпизод Дракарис, Дейенерис Таргариен. Эпизод 4, тебя напугали мертвецы. Эпизод 5, в Игре Престолов ты либо побеждаешь, либо погибаешь. Это, кстати, знаменитая фраза, которую сказала Серсея Ланнистер. Знаменитейшая фраза. И они могут жить в моем новом мире или погибнуть вместе со своим старым, Дейенерис Таргариен. Я, кстати, что-то подзабыл, как называется у нас первый эпизод. То ли «Железные изо Льда», то ли как-то так. Ну, в общем, неважно. Давайте начинать. Ух. принципе, по Игре Престолов уже делали игры, но... Вернее, делали одну игру, но, насколько я знаю, она получилась ужасной, чудовищной, и играть в нее совершенно не стоит. Абсолютно точно вам говорю. Игра адаптируется под ваши действия. История будет развиваться так, как решите вы. Вот в этом, кстати, и вся фишка. Фишка Telltale. На протяжении тысячелетий Форрестеры были верными знаменосцами Старков. Ныне на севере разразилась война, и вражеские дома хотят присвоить рощу железностволов, которые владеют Форрестеры, себе. Железностволы — редкие деревья, которые произрастают в самых темных уголках волчьего леса. В эти смутные времена судьба Дома Форрестеров висит на волоске. Это точно. Так, ну из чего все начинается? Мы находимся в каком-то лагере.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Ага, окей. Ну и вот, собственно, играем, да? Мышкой и клавиатурой, да? То есть просто берем и тычем.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Go on, it's only blood.
Хорошо. Интересно, кого лорд Форрестер убил этим мечом?
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You? You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Ну ладно, я промолчал. Пусть думает себе, что хочет.
Hand him what? Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next, he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
So what really happened?
Someone caught him, I suppose. Ask any man here and they'll say it was them.
You captured the Kingslayer?
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Ну ладно.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Я не совсем понимаю, в каком промежутке времени мы находимся.
Robb Stark, the king in the north.
The king in the north!
Но,
Tomorrow,
походу,
we march
я
on Casterly Rock.
догадываюсь.
House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard.
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
Север помнит!
The North remembers!
Garrett,
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You serve me well.
Я хочу прославить ваш
Bring
дом.
honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Okay. Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Make it up to you.
Без проблем.
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Не будем из себя строить, не весь что.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
Могло быть и хуже.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much
What
worse.
the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin.
О, не-не-не, это ты ошибаешься.
Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Ладно, надоело мне.
This
Промолчим.
is a job for a pig farmer. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of
Когда-нибудь
fucking
тебя
time.
повысят.
Give it time. You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there.
Да, я так и понял. Я так и понял. Я вот где-то на половине начал догадываться, что все начнется с этого. Это красная свадьба.
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding.
Ну, если вы смотрели сериал, вы знаете, что сейчас должно произойти, в принципе.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong?
Реми с кастерами.
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Так, нет, Боуна спасти надо.
But what about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? You don't need a fucking run. Run!
Да беги, идиот! Беги! Жопа полная сейчас будет. Чёртовы Фреи. Окей, хорошо. Хорошо, оп.
Cameron, We have to get back.
Ой, отлично.
A gift from the king.
Ну уж нет. Давай, давай, давай. Давай, 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 давай. Отлично.
Ready, boys.
Что ж они делают, а?
Shoot that one.
О, черт. Я не успел поднять мышь.
Ready, boys. Whoa. Shoot that one.
Так, хорошо. Отлично. Давай, давай, давай его. Ой, жесть какая. Воу-воу-воу. Хорошо, хорошо. Так, ползем. Так, ну как же так? Давай, 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 давай. Давай, давай, давай. Отлично. Так, это Родрик. Оп. Оп. Отлично. Давай, давай, отпусти меня. Отпусти, скотина. Давай. О, черт. Задушил. Окей. Так, давайте попробуем еще разок. Оп. Раз. Давай, 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 давай. Так, лошадки бегут. Оп. 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 Все, отлично. Хорошо. Надо бежать. Ой, ну зачем же ты его отвлек-то? Ну... Дурак, а. Зачем? Зачем же ты закричал?
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
Did you see him or not?
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Давай, 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 хватай. Черт возьми, хватай меч. Спасибо. Да твою-то мать, а ну...
What a free, you fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Нет, нет, нет. Давай, давай, пойдем.
Seven hells.
Нам нужно продолжить путь.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs. Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
What are the
You have to go.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you.
Tell your uncle.
Tell him the North Grove must never be lost.
Tell no one but him. Do you understand?
You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those Forresters!
On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking Forresters!
With love from Walter Frey!
Это просто потрясно. Они еще и сериальную заставку сюда перенесли. Ну просто шедевр. Здорово. Железные изо Льда. Эпизод 1. Ну вот с чего начали Telltale, это с красной свадьбы. Земли Форрестеров, Королевский тракт. Да, Королевский тракт пока еще... Хотя... Когда началась война, Королевский тракт уже не был безопасным местом. Так что паренек-то зря по дороге идет. Ага. Окей, хорошо, то есть мы можем самостоятельно двигаться. И осматриваться. Ну. Свинка. Так. Что это? Кровь.
Blood.
Свежая? Ну да. Давайте пойдем посмотрим. Свинью зарезали? Да не может быть такого. Почему тогда вторая свинья жива? Понятно. Там ферму, наверное, сожгли. Повозка. Телега. Разбойники, мародеры. Война же сейчас идет, да? Между севером и югом, но по сути после вот этой ночи... После этой ночи война по сути была... будет закончена. Болтоны, что ли? Да, слушайте, Болтоны. Их герб.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like. And then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Да я попробую.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that. No. I'll have that sword, boy.
Пошел ты.
You.
Как же так?
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
Я должен вернуть меч. Бери мотыгу. Мотыга или
You're a
топор?
pig farmer, aren't you?
Да. Да, что-то я долго думал, что же мне взять. Нет, нужно, естественно, взять вилы. Вилы надо взять.
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic. You really are a pig.
Так. Хорошо. Вот. Ой, отлично. Так, ну давай второй. Оп. Оп. Чёртовы болтаны. Давай, 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 родной. Нам нужен меч. Скотина, а. Давай, 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 давай. Давай. Отлично. Ой, ой, хорошо.
Mercy, please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
Ой, я слишком, наверное, добрый. Обманешь же.
Thank you.
Катись к чертям собачьим, урод.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Болтаны. Те еще паскуды, надо было зарезать его. Это же болтаны, о чем я думал?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Черт возьми.
I tried to stop them.
А вот теперь я реально сожалею о том, что не убил.
I'll kill the men who did this.
О чем я только думал. Ну ладно, ничего уже не поделать. Железный холм, крепость Дома Форрестеров. Красивое, кстати, место очень. Жалко, что не было этого места в сериале.
It's Garrett. Get the Castellan. Tell him his nephew survived.
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitetails won't see it that way.
I'd do it again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with strength, they won't stop until they have everything. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
О. Давай, мы должны сделать это. Ой, черт возьми. Да, средневековая медицина.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you?
Хороший мейстер, мне нравится.
I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Да вроде нормально подлатал. Спасибо.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Так. Давайте сходим, посмотрим на место лорда Форрестера. Больше он сюда никогда не сядет. А Фрей скинут его труп в реку.
The Ironwood Grove.
Железностволы — это большие деревья, которые обладают... Ну, как сказать, не обладают. Из них получаются самые лучшие корабли. Поэтому дом Форрестеров имеет, так скажем, преимущество перед другими домами. Так, ну и что? Что еще можно посмотреть? Лекарства. О, это же личинки. Нет, спасибо. Так, а это что у нас? Гобелен.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortengrin. Look.
Вот он, дом Форрестеров. Мы можем сейчас как раз посмотреть. Вот он, лорд, вот его сын старший был. И они погибли.
Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
А вот Рион, или... А, вот Талия и Итан. И Рион, это тоже, я так полагаю, сыновья. Два сына Форрестера и дочь Талия.
Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now.
Ну да, лорд Итан.
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
Мира.
Still in King's Landing, I suppose.
Да, она в
Although,
Королевской гавани.
I wonder if they'll bring her home.
Так, а это кто? Леди
Lady
Форрестер.
Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself.
Ага, можно узнать больше о Форрестерах на странице
I
кодекса.
may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Так, ну и... Давайте, может, ему меч покажем. Не, пока посмотримся, может, еще что-то есть. Так, да вроде бы и ничего.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
Почему Уайтхиллы ненавидят
Why
нас?
do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Уайтхиллы претендуют на нашу
The
рощу?
Whitehills want Forrester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Ну и кто лорд нашего дома теперь?
Who's the new lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course.
Ну, Итан, да. Глупый вопрос.
At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
Как думаешь, что будет со мной?
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your... circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Могу ли я увидеться с
Can I
Итаном?
see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Ладно, мне можно
Can I
идти.
go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
Да, это так.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
Что
This has been
здесь?
so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
against aggression. Duncan, this was our land.
They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Ramsay.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
If not now, when?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they killed.
We should demand justice.
Aye. Justice on their terms. Which means they'll have your head.
Justice is taken, not demanded.
Да.
Then what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this will accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
I've done nothing wrong.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take. Which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan,
Ну и куда я
the
пойду?
boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Мы делаем это ради дома. Мы не Форрестеры, но мы должны помочь дому. И нам придется уйти на стену.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The Whitehills will come looking for you.
Вот она, да? Судьба человека. Буквально день назад ты подаешь вино своему лорду, а через день ты уже едешь на стену.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
Никому не говорил.
I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be
Северную
vital
рощу
to
они
the
имеют в
future of this
виду
house.
лес за стеной,
But
что
don't
ли?
breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Да, видимо так. Интересно. По-моему, там зачарованный лес был, а не северная роща. Зачарованный лес?
Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll make you proud.
You already have.
Garrett, wait!
Медальон.
Be safe.
Спасибо. Я на самом деле немного недопонял. Это получается наш наставник.
Ethan? Ethan!
Итан Форрестер, лорд Дома Форрестеров.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I'm here. It's okay. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get sent away like that.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Сдали.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
Ладно, ничего не будем говорить.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good. Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are.
Да я не могу обещать тебе это.
But you don't need to be like them.
Возможно, мне придется измениться.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Мы теперь лорд.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once. But Ethan will be a good lord. A proper lord.
You have to understand. Being lord is a great responsibility. I can't just fool around.
Thank you for that, Roderick.
Lord Ethan,
Красивое
you're
место.
needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were Lord, I would command
Нужно
Ethan to
идти.
stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Скоро нам будет не до брата с сестрой.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Ладно, давайте посмотрим, что это за Уайтхилл.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Скотина,
I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oath-breakers.
Aye! And look where that got him. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur.
Да не получится ни
No
черта.
courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Это же тот самый. Да?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the...
Ну а как ты ответишь за поступок своих людей?
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
No.
What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Пиши письма. Да. Ах, скотина, а? Ну.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
С наглыми людьми всегда нужно
Your sister can help us.
жестко разговаривать.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Ну да, кстати, по-моему, в сериале все-таки Мира Форрестер появлялась, да? Честно говоря, не помню, уже давно смотрел, какой там сезон? 3? 4? Так, что у нас в сундуке? Как здорово, что можно поиграть за разных персонажей, это действительно круто. Так, юнкайская монета, амулет, сделанный из железноствола. Брошь из Хайгардена и незаконченное письмо.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Эх, девочка, не будет уже такого. Все изменилось.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Леди Елена. Ой, это же та самая бабка. Ну, кто смотрел, тот поймет. Так, что это?
Ethan made this for me.
Итан. А получается, что Джоффри и Маргарет еще не поженились. Ух ты. Это здорово.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Да уж. Так, что я еще могу взять, посмотреть? Так, старая пыльная книга.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Нет, ты с ним больше никогда не увидишься, к сожалению. Давайте посмотрим в окно.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Там такие деревья, что там солнце, наверное, редкость. Причем большая. Так, что это? Письмо от матери.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Ну да. От мира сейчас на самом деле много чего зависит, потому что Хайгарден — это второй по мощи дом в Вестеросе. После Ланнистеров, естественно.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Да заходи.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Прислушивает нам или что?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Все хорошо.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Не нужно нам общаться с этим
Please hurry if you
мальчиком.
can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Потому что, как вы наверняка знаете, что...
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Perhaps you should come back later.
Слишком много вопросов от тебя.
Of course, milady.
Это явно один из пташек Вариса, поэтому мы ему ничего не скажем. Блин, как это все-таки странно, когда ты знаешь уже всю историю, и, блин, те люди, которые, наверное, только сериал посмотрели, вам будет более интереснее играть в сериал. О, Маргари!
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Ну хорошо. Двойную роль сыграем.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Подслушивает, стоит.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Мы в этот, что ли, сейчас пойдем?
Good luck.
В тронный зал? Железный трон? Блин, как здорово. Ну.
You can do this.
Да я знаю, идем. О, Тирион! Блин, как здорово. И Тирион здесь. Ну, Тирион нам поможет.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
Королева довольна.
Courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
Ну, довольно, довольно.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Тирион, спасибо
It
тебе,
raises an
дорогой.
interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Сарказм, сарказм.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Блин, ну странно, что Маргаret запомнила наш ответ. Я всего лишь хотел подыграть.
I'll walk you out.
Мы сейчас с ним пойдем.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
Ладно, промолчим.
No doubt Lady Marjorie will forgive you. Eventually. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight.
Хорошо, что мы согласились.
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Хорошо, что мы на это согласились, потому что Тирион сейчас является мастером над монетой, и Колин хочет дерево от Форрестеров, он не позволит уничтожить Форрестеров. С другой стороны, возможно, я жестко ошибся, и
Mira, I was worried.
все это приведет
How was it?
к ужасным последствиям.
Looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Нет.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mirror.
Хорошо.
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Давайте попросим ее помощи.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Давай наедине все-таки.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Хорошо. Хорошо показали Telltale и Маргари, потому что в сериале она какая-то, ну уж больно положительная получилась. А здесь видно, что она может и разозлиться. Так, ну отлично. Просто замечательно. Волчий лес. Не самое лучшее место. Это... Это Рамси. А там кто? Так.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Forresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
Эх, не нарваться бы.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Тихо. Тихо. Меня тут нету.
We've wasted enough time already.
Да, бежать была не лучшей идеей, поэтому... Я предпочел остаться. И с кого они сдернули кожу? Кошмар.
Bloody hell.
Да. Это Болтоны. Они всю свою историю сдирают со своих врагов кожу, поэтому не стоит здесь удивляться.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forrester lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn.
Ну, естественно.
These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forrester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forrester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Интересно.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move. Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
Так,
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Что он пытался сделать?
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed. We all fucking know it.
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
Да.
2 shields and 3 spears.
И зачем ты это
Why did
сделал?
you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
He's
true.
right.
I've a family to feed, and not two coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy. Go.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
Men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
We can send him to the wall.
Man alone. Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Deserved it. Make him pay for what he stole. Give us justice.
Fuck him!
I will decide.
Send him to the wall.
Да на стену
Take his
его.
fingers. He's a thief.
Не место ему
If you
среди
punish
нас.
me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No, please, my lord! My family, without me, they'll die!
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
The wall seems like a fitting place for a thief. I only hope he doesn't find Garrett there and take his anger out on the poor squire. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Thank you for your counsel, Maester.
It is my duty.
Мейстер
Come
хороший
speak with me
мужик.
when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Мейстер хороший мужик. Дельные советы дает. Есть 2 человека, и в принципе я готов сделать выбор. Так, мейстер там стоит, да? Так, можно войти на башню. Пойдемте сходим. Посмотрим на двор. Ну и что тут у нас? Здесь у нас тренируются. Там ребятки стоят, что-то торгуют. Вон наша сестра. Давайте спустимся. Мистер по-прежнему тут. Давайте пойдем. Пообщаемся с возможными стражами. Это что у нас? Давайте взглянем.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
Has anything gone missing?
No, doesn't look that way. Seems Eric was the only one to resort to thievery. But I'm still worried about our stores. We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
If that's what's necessary to keep the house safe, then we must.
Aye, a hard choice.
Сложный выбор, действительно.
I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
В принципе, Дункану я и хочу отдать наручи стража. Он более рассудительный, более взвешенный человек. Малькольм. Что-то делает из кожи, да? Или что-то чинит.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
Куда ты едешь?
Where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my
Конечно,
mother.
буду.
Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Почему ты так
Sir
уверен?
Royland is the man you want.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Ну вот сейчас я стал сомневаться в своем выборе. Блин, ненавижу Telltale за это. Ненавижу. Чертовски
Mother
ненавижу.
told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. I know you told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
But I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
Кого сделать
Definitely
стражем?
be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
Ну да, я тоже так думаю, в принципе.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Ну вот смотрите, с одной стороны, дядя посоветовал нам взять Сира Ройланда. Но, как мы видели, он достаточно неуравновешенный человек, и, в принципе, это очевидно, да? Дункан, он более спокойный и рассудительный. Плюс, к тому же, мы заручились поддержкой Маргарет Тирелл и Тириона Ланнистера. Ну, я не знаю, наверное, все-таки... Наверное, все-таки выберем Дункана, хотя... Нет, я думаю, все-таки остановиться на Дункане. Все равно придется выбрать. Что-то придется выбрать. От чего-то придется отказаться. Вот. И в дальнейшем это напрямую повлияет на развитие истории. Но я думаю, что нам сейчас нужно быть более взвешенными в своих решениях, поэтому...
Come on, what did I say? Swords up, slash right, parry, again. Slash and parry, slash and parry. Sword up, swing left, parry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come.
Понятно, но... Я не знаю, на самом деле.
Yes, my lord.
Ну...
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me.
Но я не хочу тебя выбирать.
And everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority and made you look weak to the White Hills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud. Seeing you make good choices as a young lord. You don't say much, do you, lad? That's good. Reminds me of your brother Asher. So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Ну ладно. Не знаю, на самом деле. Не знаю. Но я все-таки, наверное, к Дункану склоняюсь. Давайте с ним еще раз поговорим.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
What do you think of Sir Royland? Do you trust him?
He's a fine warrior, my lord. But he's nowhere near ready to serve as sentinel. I do not trust him.
Вот
He's
видите,
likely to
Дункан...
lose his temper and get us all killed. And at the worst possible time.
Да, это точно.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Вот видите, когда я спросил Дункана о том, что он думает, кого мне сделать стражем, он... Первый вопрос был, что, мол, спрашивай, я дам тебе совет. А тот парень сразу же говорит, давай меня. Нет, я выберу Дункана. Это очевидно.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Да, я готов.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Пора принимать решение, и будет ли оно хорошим или плохим, мы узнаем в будущем. Хорошо, и в принципе-то еще эпизод не заканчивается. С одной стороны, это здорово. Я даже выложу его полностью.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
О, черт. Я просто представляю сейчас реакцию Ройланда, но я все-таки отдаю Дункану.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
Да с чего вдруг-то?
Suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel.
Он идет с маленьким отрядом.
He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council. Lord Ethan deserves to hear from all of us.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please.
Да что ж вы грызетесь?
Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf. But we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Действительно, Рамси.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
Ну я даже не знаю. Ну. Блин, вот выбор-то какой, да? Ну давайте попробуем дипломатию. Хотя...
My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
Нет, мы пригласим все-таки Рамси, великий
I will
чертог.
meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, I have fought for this family for many years. Do not forget that.
Я не забываю, Ройланд.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
But won't he be Lord if he returns? Do you want him to take my place?
Of course not. He has no interest in such things. And that's not what I want either. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities. But you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use. You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords.
Да, мудрая мать. Мудрая. Но Эшер нам явно нужен.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Да, пусть отправляется, хотя люди нам и сейчас нужны, но Эшер нам
Fine.
тоже нужен.
Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Вы представляете, как сложно сейчас этому, ну, по сути, мальчику, да? Покой леди Маргаret, Красный замок, Королевская гавань. То же самое примерно было и с Робом Старком. Печать семьи, странный ключ. Часть семьи Тирл. Странный ключ.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you might want to know. Thank you. I thought we were friends, Mira. When you dismissed me the other day, I won't say it didn't hurt my feelings. We've known each other for years, and yet to be treated like that.
I'm sorry, Sarah. You shouldn't take it personally.
Well, I did. I thought there was trust between us. Friends don't hold secrets from one another. Now Lady Marjorie thinks you don't trust me, and she values your opinion very much.
Sarah,
Ну и походу она не в настроении вернулась от короля. Что случилось?
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
У меня есть подозрение, что все плохо.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family.
Отлично.
I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Да.
Milady.
Все пошло не так хорошо.
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady.
Что за мальчик?
I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
Как ты можешь помочь
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Но он явно с Варисом как-то связан. Явно. Я более чем в этом уверен. Что ты пыришься-то, а? Что ты смотришь?
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
I hope so.
You made the right decision, my lord.
Хорошо. О, нет.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton.
Он еще не
Although a
сын.
bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden of
lad.
the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
What do you think?
Ого.
Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Он вроде как на нашей стороне.
Look at that. More Forrester.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
Давай, выходи.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First,
Хорошо.
let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
Ну,
I want you to show me.
придется.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived. Our men are dead. Yours lived. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone.
И что ты хочешь?
The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Forresters have been tending Ironwood for thousands of years. The White Hills had Ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare. Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before.
No.
To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan!
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
Да уж.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester.
Да что ж ты делаешь-то?
Frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother.
А вот это вообще шутка была. В десятку.
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
Сестру мы оставим себе.
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
Да ладно!
But I don't want a bold lord.
Офонареть.
Too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Forresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him! Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
Let it go!
Stop them! Ryan, please!
Stop it!
Let me go! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Это просто, я не знаю.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader. Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Эпизод 1. Железные изо Льда. Так, вы, получается, и 47% остались с Боуном. Вы 73% высказали свою лояльность короне. Вы 40% отправили Эрика на стену. Вы 61% сделали Дункана стражем. Вы 63% встретили Рамси в Великом Чертоге. Ну что ж, хочется сказать, дорогие друзья, это... Ага, вот и толмачтим, те, кто занимались переводом. Что я хочу сказать, вот такой получился первый эпизод. Просто отвал башки, Telltale опять сделали, ну, просто шедевральную вещь. Концовка, конечно, поразило меня. Ну, в принципе, это Игра Престолов, этому, знаете, уже как-то не совсем удивляешься. Ну, все равно удивляешься. От Рамси, в принципе, это и можно было ждать. Вот, наверное, самый большой плюс того, что делают Telltale игру по Игре Престолов, и то, что они ее делают по сюжету, которого не было ни в книге, ни в сериале, это очень здорово, это самый главный плюс, потому что это более расширит историю, покажет ее с другой стороны. Ну и вообще, как бы, чем больше, я не знаю, информации о этой вселенной, тем лучше, на мой взгляд. Это было здорово. Это было очень круто. Я благодарю вас за то, что вы посмотрели. Я надеюсь, что вы посмотрели все 2 часа. Вот, примерно мы во все играли. И, ну, будем ждать следующий эпизод. Интересно, что же будет дальше. Вот, мне уже даже интересно пойти посмотреть у кого-нибудь, как поступали они, какие решения они принимали и как развивались сюжеты. Ведь действительно мы можем... В чем главная особенность игры от Telltale? О том, что мы можем принимать решения, и они могут быть разными, и они приведут к разным финалам. Ну что ж, в любом случае, спасибо вам большое за то, что вы посмотрели. Не забывайте оценивать и комментировать видео. На сегодня я с вами прощаюсь. У микрофона был Хью, и до новых встреч, дорогие друзья. Увидимся.